أولى ثانوي، فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد. أولى ثانوي.
Dear secondary stage students, year 1, welcome to our English program and welcome to our channel Madrasetna 3 under the supervision of the Ministry of Education. أعزائي طلبة وطلبات الصف الأول الثانوي، أهلا بكم في حلقة جديدة ومدرستنا 3 تحت إشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. Today we are going to finish Unit 8. We are going to do a revision on the whole unit and we are going to discuss Treasure Island. Let's start together. Our objectives for this lesson: by the end of this lesson, you will be able to skim the text for the main ideas, discuss and evaluate the feeling, the behavior, and the interaction of the characters of our story. Do you remember what happened in Treasure Island in chapter 8? All the people in the fort were waiting for John Silver to come. They all have weapons. عارفين كلنا كلمة weapons اللي هي الأسلحة. So the pirates have weapons and they are waiting for John Silver to come. Some of the pirates climbed up the fence. There was a fight and 2 of the sailors were killed. And 5 of the pirates wouldn't be able to walk. Dr. Livesey was hurt in this battle. In early afternoon, Dr. Livesey took his gun and put the map in his pocket and left the fort. Jim wanted to do something to help the sailors. So Jim thought that he could reach the Hispaniola. The Hispaniola is the name of the ship. At night and cut the rope to the anchor. He found that the boat was very difficult to steer. What is to steer? Steer means to drive. But the wind helped him to get to the Hispaniola. Soon he was next to the big ship and began cutting the thick anchor rope. Jim saw that Hans and the other pirates were fighting each other. At the same moment, a high wave took Jim's boat away. Of course, this is the summary of the chapter and I want you to read it in detail. هنحاول نقرأ بالتفصيل to know what happened in this chapter. Let's look at the definition of some of the new vocab which appeared in this chapter. We have the word anchor. Look at this picture. What is the anchor? Anchor means a heavy device that is attached to a boat or a ship by a rope to hold it in a place. So the anchor is used to stop the ship. The sailors throw this into the water, this heavy metal thing, they throw it into the water in order to stop the ship. So this is anchor. What about the fence? If you look at this picture, there is a fence around the farm or a fence around the garden. What is a fence? A fence means a barrier. Barrier معناها حاجز. A barrier that is intended to prevent anyone from escaping. It doesn't allow anyone to escape or it doesn't allow anyone to enter this place. What about the word paddle? Look at the picture. We have here 2 men carrying paddles. What is a paddle? A paddle is a short pole with a board blade at one or both of the ends used to move a small boat through the water. So what is a paddle? A paddle is like a stick which we use to drive the boat. We can move it right and left in order to move the boat and change its direction. The paddle اللي هو المجداف اللي احنا بنستخدمه to drive the boat. What about the rope? The rope, as you see in the picture, is a strong, thick string made of long, twisted thread. So we have the word rope, the word string, and the word thread. The 3 words are similar, but the rope means thick string. string مجرد خيط، لكن rope اللي هو الحبل بيكون thick معناه ان هو سميك. So the rope is a thick string. What about the word steer? look at the picture. We have the captain use the steering wheel. The steering wheel again is in the car. We use the steering wheel to drive the car. Here the captain use the steering wheel to drive the ship. Control the movement of the vehicle. So it's the control, it's the wheel which controls the direction of the ship. What about the word tent? Look at the picture here. We have the word tent. It's a portable shelter. It's a shelter. It's a way where you can hide. It's made of cloth. Okay, so the tent اللي هي زي ما احنا شايفين الخيمة أو المخيم. It's a shelter, نوع من المأوى. You can shelter yourself inside it or you can protect yourself inside it. What about the word thick? The word thick is an adjective. We said that the robe is a thick string. So look at this book. It's a thick book. What's thick? It means having large distance between the two sides. So it has, as you see, a large distance between the two sides of the book. Now let's have some exercises on the vocab which we have taken on the story, and then we are going to do a quick revision on the whole unit. First of all, let's discuss the vocab which appeared in the story. Is a heavy object used to stop a boat moving? What is the heavy object which stops the boat? Is it a steer, paddle, anchor, or weapon? We said that the steer is something which drives or changes the direction of the ship. And the paddle is a pole which we can use to move the boat. But the anchor is a heavy object. The anchor is a heavy object which we use to stop a boat or a ship. Question number 2. To is to control the direction of a car or a boat. To control the direction. What is the verb which we use to control the direction? Yes, very good. You remember it. It's steer. To steer is to control the direction. And we said the steering wheel, اللي هي عجلة القيادة, the steering wheel, which changes the direction of the car or of the ship. Question number 3. A or an is a short pole used to move a small boat along. Pole هو نوع من a pole which is used to move the small boat. Yes, of course, it's the paddle. paddle اللي هو المجداف اللي بنقدف بيه علشان نحرك المركب. A paddle is a short pole used to move a small boat along. Number 4 is a very big strong string. احنا قلنا ان string اللي هو kind of thread, نوع من الخيوط. So we say is a very strong string. ايه بقى الخيوط اللي بتكون قوية جدا؟ This is a rope. So rope is a very big or strong string. Question number 5 is the structure for sleeping in. So it's a place which is made of cloth to sleep in. What is it? It's an anchor, paddle, tent, or steer. Of course, it's a tent. So the tent is a structure. It's a place where you sleep in. Question number 6. The ship can't move because it is attached to a strong. Why the ship cannot move? Because it is attached to a strong anchor, paddle, tent, or steer. What is the thing which cannot move the ship? Of course, it is anchor. We said the anchor is a heavy metal thing which is used to stop the ship. We have question number 7. I need a rope to tow my car which broke down. I need a rope to tow my car means to pull my car عشان أسحب بيه العربية. So what is the thing which we can use to tow the car or to pull the car? It's a thick rope, thin rope, fragile rope, or a slim rope. Of course, it's a thick. We want something strong, something thick. Thick rope to tow my car. Question number 8. hybrid vehicles use? Do you remember hybrid vehicle? Here we are going to do revision on the whole unit. What's a hybrid vehicle? Hybrid vehicle means a vehicle which use either petrol and electricity, neither petrol and electricity, each petrol and electricity, or both petrol and electricity. طبعا احنا عارفين ان احنا بنستخدم both when we say both and both petrol and electricity. لو احنا عايزين نستخدم neither كنا هنقول neither nor neither petrol nor electricity. ولو عايزين نستخدم either كمان كنا هنقول either or. لكن هنا أنا بقول both petrol and electricity. وإحنا عارفين إن كلمة hybrid vehicle means a vehicle or a car which can use both, يعني two kinds of energy or two kinds of power, petrol and electricity. So we use both petrol and electricity. Question number 9. By just a few on the mouse, you can buy what you want. With just what on the mouse? You press the mouse, you click on the mouse. So with just clocks, clicks, cloaks, or clothes. Of course, we have the word clicks. With just a few clicks, you can buy anything online. Question number 10. I never be able to do my homework without the internet. I had, would, did, or could. Of course, here we have the verb infinitive, be. So we can't use had or did. We can use would or could. So we can say, I would never be able, or I could never be able. Of course, here I will say, I would never be able. I would never be able to do that without the internet. GPS stands for means it's a short form of. It's the abbreviation. هو اختصار لإيه؟ GPS. GPS stands for global system. Global what? What is the P stands for? Positioning, positioned, positional, or positions? Of course, it's positioning. So GPS stands for Global Positioning System. Global Positioning System. Question number 12, GPS helps you to your journey. You remember the word navigate? We said that the GPS helps you to navigate your journey. What's to navigate? To know the directions, to know the place where to go. To state your journey, investigate your journey, magistrate, or navigate. Of course, it's navigate. What's navigate again? To know your directions. Question number 13, some tourists use maps in Cairo to get in, to get round, to get around, or to get random. Of course, the word get around means to travel from one place to another. To get round means to travel from place to place. Question number 14, vehicles use both petrol and electricity. Of course, we discussed this together. What is the thing which use both petrol and electricity? It's a hybrid vehicle. Hybrid vehicle use both petrol and electricity. Question number 15. If I had with him on WhatsApp yesterday, I had with him on WhatsApp. I had what with him on WhatsApp? I had a speak, a chat, a cheat, or sheet. Look at these words which are similar. We have the word chat, cheat, and sheet. Sheet here we can say sheet of paper, a sheet, the cover of the bed, and sheet to sheet means to be dishonest, اللي هو يغش. لكن هنا chat معناها to have a conversation. So I had a chat with him on WhatsApp. Question number 16. If the numbers on papers, it is easier to add them. If the numbers on papers, it is easier to add them. If I see, will see, would see, had seen. طبعا احنا عندنا هنا قاعدة if. Look at if conditional. We have if. We want to use the verb after if. Which tense we use? Let's look here. It's easier. Here we have the present. So again, we should have here the present. So we can say, if I see the number, it's easier to add them. So here we use the zero conditional, present, Because when we use the zero conditional, it's a fact. It's a fact. When you see the number, it's easy to add them. It's easy to do the sum. Now we are going to have another question. It's translation. Translate into Arabic. Communication has become easier, and the chance for individuals to obtain mass information at a great speed has become available. This has resulted in feverish race among nations to obtain advanced technology. Let's look at some of the words which you don't know. Of course, the word communication, you know it. Communication معناها التواصل أو وسائل التواصل. Has become easier, and the chance for individuals اللي هم الأفراد to obtain means to get. إن هم يحصلوا على الأفراد عايزين يحصلوا على mass information. mass معناها معلومات ضخمة، معلومات غزيرة. at a great speed طبعا بسرعة عالية، عايزين يوصلوا المعلومات بسرعة عالية. وده أصبح available متوفر متاح. This resulted in what's result in بينتج عنه feverish race معناها سباق، وfeverish معناها إنه سباق محموم، سباق قوي جدا among nations to obtain advanced technology. Let's look at the difficult words. We have the word individuals الأفراد. We have the word obtain يحصل على. We have the word result in ينتج عنه. وفيفرش محموم، لما أقول فيفرش ريس سباق محموم. طب احنا عندنا هنا الترانسليشن يقول لك choose the best translation. Which one is the best؟ أصبحت وسائل الاتصال أسهل وفرصة للفرد في الحصول على المعلومات الوفيرة بسرعة هائلة، وأصبحت متاحة ونتج عن ذلك سباق محموم بين الدول للحصول على التكنولوجيا المتقدمة. طبعا دي الإجابة الصح، لأن لو بصينا للجملة الثانية أصبحت وسائل الاتصال أسهل وفرصة الفرد في الحصول على المعلومات القليلة مش المعلومات الوفيرة، فطبعا هنا القليلة دي هتكون غلط. برضو لو شفنا كل جملة هنكتشف فيها غلطة. احنا طبعا بيجيلنا الترانسليشن بالشكل ده، احنا we're going to choose the best answer، فده محتاج ان احنا to concentrate and to focus very well in order to find the differences between the sentences. يعني مثلا السنتنس نمبر 3 أصبحت وسائل الاتصال أصعب، طبعا احنا مش عايزين نقول أصعب، احنا عايزين نقول أصبحت أسهل، فدي الجملة دي كمان غلط. الجملة الأخيرة أصبحت وسائل الاتصال أسهل وفرصة الفرد في الحصول على المعلومات الوفيرة بسرعة هائلة أصبحت متاحة ونتج عن ذلك سباق بطيء. هنا الغلطة في بطيء لأن أنا عايزة أقول سباق محموم، فبالتالي أنا عايزة أقول لكم إن لازم نركز جدا عشان نكتشف الأخطاء بتبقى صغيرة جدا ما بين الجمل. اوكي، فاحنا عندنا الترانسليشن بيجينا two kinds from English into Arabic and from Arabic into English. We are going to have 4 options. You are going to choose one. Be careful to choose the correct one. Okay. Now we are going to do more revision, and I'm going to explain more about if conditional, but we are going to do that on the light board. Let's go together. We are going to talk more about conditional if. We are going to talk about the alternatives of conditional if. Other words which we can use instead of using if. So instead of saying if you study you will succeed, you can say as long as you study you will succeed. As long as. You can say provided that. Provided that. So we can say provided that you study you will succeed. We can say in case. In case you study, you will succeed. So these 3 expressions equal if. So instead of saying, if I am hungry, I will eat, we can say, in case I am hungry, I will eat. Okay? So we can use in case, provided that, or as long as instead of if. But remember, if we use in case of, we are going to use verb plus ing or noun. So we can say, in case of studying, you will succeed. In case of getting up early, you will go to school on time. So in case of is followed by verb plus ing. But in case is followed by a sentence. In case you study. But here we say in case of studying. As we have seen, we discussed the vocab of our story, Treasure Island. We have revised the vocab of Unit 8 and the grammar, conditional if. I want you to revise the vocab of the story. Don't neglect it. And read the text correctly. Read it well in order to know all the vocab in it. Revise the grammar and answer as many questions as you can, because as you know, practice makes perfect. Until we meet again, wish you best of luck. Goodbye.
أولى ثانوي، فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد. أولى ثانوي.